Let's get started. We're going to wire up our Uniden Bearcat 980 SSB with a pyramid power supply that can be used at home as a base station. We're going to wire into here. This is a pyramid regular power supply. It has 13.8 volts DC output, 5 amp constant surge, and 7 amp surge. We're going to wire it up right here, so let's get started. Okay, so this is the radio. That's the power outlet on the radio. And it's going to go to the front of this right here. So from here to here. So let's start over here. Let's start by taking these off. Make sure the power is always unplugged before you modify anything, wiring. Okay, so get this lined up. So this is the positive right here. Red is positive, black is negative. So we're just gonna wrap it around there for now. At a later date, I'll add some clips, terminals. Put that on like that. Take the negative, always double check it's negative, positive, negative. And it's color coded too, so you shouldn't have too many issues. Take the negative, put it on top, turn it. Make sure it's tight. There's nothing exposed, as you can see. As you can see, that's a nice clean cut right there. All right. So now we're gonna go get our radio. This is the radio. Just be gentle to the front there. So we're gonna grab our radio. Always double check, positive and negative, we're good to go. You take this, as you can see, the groove on the one side would go over here. So you just take it, it'll slide in nice and slow, just like that. And that's it. Okay, always make sure the power supply is off. Radio, leave in off position. So now we got the wiring done. Before you ever turn this on, you need to hook up the transmission line, which is the antenna. Because if you accidentally transmit without the antenna hooked up, you can blow the circuit and the finals in these units. So let's go ahead and do that. Move this out of the way. Put that over there. So take your transmission line. This is coming from a Tram antenna mounted in my window specifically for Citizens Band. You're going to take that, you're going to put it into the socket connection right here. So let's do that. Always take your time. I always hold that back, push it in a bit, and then I start turning. Okay, make sure it's tight, tight. Now we are going to grab our microphone. There's a notch on the end of the microphone. There's a notch right here. You just want to slide that right in there on the bottom. It should just pop right in. And you just want to turn that so it tightens it. There we go. All right. So we have the power. See, it's nice and tight. There should be no play at all. We have the transmission line, and we have the power supply. Let's turn this on and see what happens. All right, so our radio is hooked up, ready to go. Let's see if she powers up. Perfect, channel 19. Let's go through the channels and see if you have any signals. Sometimes you won't. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There was a guy on here earlier. He's faintly away. He's probably quite distance from here, but there is a signal, which isn't bad for 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday afternoon. Let's turn that back up. But yeah, obviously, our installation was successful. And now we're going to install this a couple inches lower, right here. So let's just go ahead. sure you keep it straight. That's one. We're going to put another one in. On the other side. And that's pretty good. All right, so always be safe. I'm just going to add another screw. This is in a stationary position, so there's no bumping like it would be in a vehicle. So you see I got an amplifier down there. So make sure it's installed the right way. You want to do that. And go get your parts. So have all this right here. Okay, so you want to take these two pieces and it goes in right here on the side of the radio. And that's it. That's our radio install. It's kind of hard to show you, but I'll show you on my desk when we go back in there. Okay, so we've installed it on the desk, the previous scene. Okay, so now that I put this top piece back on our desk right here, the radio's right here, the power supply is right here. Once again, always double check to make sure there's no wires crossing right here, and always make sure there's a fuse in the power cord in the back like I showed you earlier. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hit the on button, boot that up, and now we're going to turn on the radio. And if everything was wired correctly, it should turn on. Perfect. And as you can see, channel 38 over sideband. Let's go to AM. Let's see if there's a signal. Yep. And as you can see, it worked. Let me see if, and that's it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it in the comment box below. In the next video, I will show you how to set up the SWR, the calibration, the memory scan, and how to use the AM upper and lower sidebands, the talkback, RF gain, mic gain, and the weather channels. Thank you very much for watching this installation and setup video. Have a wonderful day and take care. Thanks. Bye for now.